Hi friends, this is Kamal Shah from Swecharts Consultancy Private Limited. Swecharts is into trading on technical analysis, and we started with a series of videos on introduction to candlesticks. This is the third video in the series, and in this video we are going to talk about advanced single candlesticks. So before we go into the presentation and see what are these advanced single candlesticks, there are few thumb rules that we should be aware of for the single candlesticks. So what I'm going to write down here are two important thumb rules. This you should remember for this four single advanced candlesticks, right? So these two thumb rules are: one is the color of the candle does not matter. So it can be a green candle or a red candle. It does not matter. So you don't have to identify whether this small or single candle is bullish or bearish, right? That is the first rule. And the second rule says we need to wait for next day for confirmation of the trade. Okay, so these are the two thumb rules that one should know for the advanced single candlesticks, right? Hope these rules are clear. Now let's move on to the presentation and see what are these advanced single candlesticks, right? So these are the four basic and most important advanced single candlesticks. The first one over here is Doji, which means indecisive. So if you see this particular candlestick here, it has got a low, a high, but if you see the open and high is almost around the same area. That means it will have small real body or maybe just negligible real body. So that is a doji. It means indecisive, right? Then the next is harami. Now harami in Japanese terms means pregnancy, and if you see that in this big candle, you can see that this is like a baby to this candle, and that is the reason why this type of formation in candlesticks is termed as harami, right? And then comes the hammer, which we have seen during the candlestick progression as well. If you have not seen that video, I recommend you to go and watch the earlier video on candlesticks progression, right? And the same thing over here, which we saw as the strong bearish candle, which is a shooting star. So now we are actually naming them as hammer and shooting star in this particular video, right? So now let's see each of this candle in detail. So doji means open and close are same. They indicate indecisiveness, and this can be the different types of doji. So as I said, it can have some real body, but it is negligible compared to the entire length of the candle, right? So these are all different types of dojis that we can see in the market, right? Again, if you see the note below, which says very clearly small body candle in a pattern needs confirmation next day for trend analysis, which is also the thing that we saw as the thumb rule for candlesticks, right? Then we move on to the next candle, which is a bearish harami. Now bearish harami means that when there is a good green day and then comes a red candle which is inside red, or this can be, this color is of no significance, it can be a red, it can be a green. So if this comes, if there is a small candle which is somewhere embedded inside the long green candle here, so this can be a previous day, this can be the current day, then this type of formation is called as bearish harami, and this can be a reversal pattern, right? And that is the reason why this particular pattern is important to be understand and can be used to trade in the market. Then comes the bullish harami. In this case, the previous day is going to be a red day, and then there can be a green or a red small candle which is seen as embedded inside this big red candle, which looks like a baby inside the mother, right? And that is the reason why this type of formation is bullish harami. The only difference between the bearish harami and bullish harami is the previous candle, is it green or red? The previous is this and not this, right? This is the current candle, this is the previous candle. So depending on if this is red, it is a bullish harami, and if it is a green, it is a bearish harami, right? Then moving on to the hammer. Now when we see something like this where the bottom has been hit and then there is a long lower shadow and then a real body on top of it, which looks like a hammer. Again, the small body, if you look at the writing also, green or red, the color is of no significance, right? And again, we have written here the same thing. The thumb rule is going to be applied in each and every advanced single candlesticks, right? So need confirmation next day for the trade, right? So that is what it says. So this is a hammer and it is a bullish pattern. So there is in hammer, there is nothing like bullish hammer or bearish hammer, right? This is going to be a bullish pattern always, and we have already seen this in the candles progression, right? And then we move on to the last candle of the advanced single candlesticks, which is a shooting star. So again, if you see this particular candle out here, which has got a higher on a bigger upper shadow and there is no lower shadow, and there is the real body is smaller compared to the length of the wick, and this is a shooting star. It is a bearish pattern in the market, and yet again you will need confirmation on the next day, right friends? So thank you all for listening this video. Like our channel Sway Charts on YouTube for more and more videos. The next video is going to be on advanced double candlesticks pattern. Thank you friends.